9 out of 10 people think that the BMW X6 is just a beautified, more exclusive X5. In a way, that's true. Practicality and interior space are seriously compromised in favor of a sloped aggressive roof and a sexier bum. But to create a sports activity coupe, which is what BMW calls it, there's no other way to do it. And keep in mind that till recently, when Mercedes-Benz introduced the GLE coupe, the X6 was a category of its own. We all agree that the Germans are smart, so they'd never offer a worse X5. So to be fair in evaluating the X6, we need to take a step back. Once our thoughts are X5 free, you realize what the X6 really is. It's a jacked up sports car with a commanding view of the road. Consider it a vehicle tailored to the needs of a middle-aged person, a wealthy person, not willing to bend and crawl into low sports cars. Prices start at $69,890, while our test vehicle came with a sticker price of $87,015, as it was equipped with a premium package, Napa leather premium seating package, LED lighting package, connectivity drive services, and a few standalone options like the convenience telephony with smartphone integration, ceramic brakes, active steering, and the dynamic adaptive suspension. Needless to say, our vehicle was loaded with all the luxurious-oriented bells and whistles. The beautifully sculpted body with the aggressive roofline and raised bum brings the word muscle to mind, no matter the viewing angle. The 315 wide tires on the 20-inch alloys give away the sporty nature, eliminating any thoughts about it being boring. Opening the door brings you face to face with what could easily be one of the sexiest interiors ever found in a crossover of its size. The dashboard is covered in stitched leather, and the majority of surfaces are high-grade, squishy materials that are nicely put together, minus a misalignment trim right next to the passenger air vent that hopefully is an issue specific to my press car. Ergonomically sound, it reeks exclusivity, and with the excellent iDrive system in place, the infotainment system is easy to navigate and very quick to respond. All switchgear feels high quality, and getting comfortable is a breeze, given the crazy amount of available seating adjustments to your disposal. The seats are ultimately supportive, and the two-tone leather interior is cleverly designed, having black color in the places it gets most dirt. Roominess in the front seat is ample enough to consider it comfortable and plush, but the same doesn't apply to the rear seats. There's very limited headroom, and legroom is not much better either. Two adults of medium build will happily sit there as long as it's just the two of them and the cruise is not that long. Also, the sloped roofline has impacted the usability of the large, on-paper trunk. It might offer 570 liters of space, plus a hidden compartment under the floor, but the limited height is a real problem. Anything a bit taller, like a folded stroller with big wheels, will simply not fit. You can also forget about placing suitcases upright. With practicality out of the picture, performance becomes the biggest expectation. The 3.0-liter twin-power turbo straight-six engine is a unit BMW uses almost in all series. It is a great performer with spirited characteristics, but in the X6, it has met its match. The curb weight. The 3-liter turbocharged engine coming down the production line is all butch and happy and is like so confident of what it can do. But then it comes across the 2.2 tons this X6 weighs, and it's like, are you fucking for real? 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in 7.8 seconds, despite the best efforts put in by the launch control. So it might not be really slow, but it's not exactly fast either. The good news comes from the throttle response and the gearbox, as the 8-speed ZF automatic transmission makes the most out of the engine's power by getting the gear right all the time. In sequential mode, it snaps through gears faster than you can imagine, and when stuck in traffic, it is really smooth and easygoing. It also works really well with the auto start-stop system, making its operation seamless and jerk-free. Fuel economy is also kept very reasonable, as over our week-long loan, we averaged 12.3 liters per 100 kilometers. Where the X6 really starts to shine is when the road becomes twisty and the excellent chassis gets to showcase its virtues. At that exact moment, you also realize that the sports activity coupe idea ain't that bad at all. It starts to make perfect sense as a tall vehicle that looks great and can handle equally well. Push hard in the corners and the body roll is minimal. The xDrive helps you maintain a neutral slide on all four as long as Sport Plus is selected. The traction limits are very high, so no matter the mode you're in, the stability control will rarely interfere. The brakes are phenomenal, the pedal feels great, and from 100 kilometers an hour it came to a complete stop at 39 meters. The dynamic adaptive suspension does a decent job keeping a good balance between ride comfort and dynamic handling. Over bumps and cracked pavement, it soaks up most of the impacts, making the X6 comfortable and refined. The only real complaint would be the negligible differences found between comfort and sport mode, as they both feel equally firm. If you walk into the showroom and even glimpse at the X5, the X6 is probably not the car for you. If, however, while trying to get out of a 4 Series, you feel your back pop, stretch, and crack, well, I'd highly recommend you take one of these for a road test. One thing is for sure, cramped sports cars that ride like salamanders have a new rival that looks like no other.